Ron Stacciotti joining us from Old Forge and the Lady Blue Devils this year. And Coach, expectations pretty high in the division you're going to play. Also, when you get to districts, you're thinking this could be a good opportunity for the young ladies at Old Forge.
Yeah, I think we compete for a league title this year. A lot of the teams lost a lot of their players from last year, and we got some experience back. So I think with the experience and stuff, we got some good senior leadership. I think we can compete for a league title this year and district title.
Let's talk first about the senior-wise, how many you have and what you're looking to get there.
I have 6 seniors. Alex and Sarah's, she was the second leading scorer from last year. And then I have Jen Reagan, who started. She was inside. Cherie Bond will score. Then Ashley Bond, I hope to get some minutes off her off the bench for Jen. Anna Olszewski's going to start. She'll be a starting guard. Kirsten Vanfleet's going to start. And then I got Ali Udisky, who's going to come off the bench. But I hope to get some minutes with the girls off the bench.
Talk about the offensive end, where you expect those points to come from.
Well, Lindsay, naturally, my sophomore, is back because she's the leading scorer. We got to create shots for her because everybody's going to try to play her box and one and do some gimmick defenses on her. Alex is going to have to step up her game. Jen. And Kirsten, if I get 6 out of Kirsten and Anna, then I got like a freshman coming off the bench, Olivia Chulo, who's going to help us scoring wise. And then I got a couple kid juniors that are going to help too coming off the bench. Corianne Holtzman, Abby Nee. So we're hoping to, be able to make some noise this year because we've got a lot of experience.
Talk about some of the teams you'll play in the league and what you kind of know here as we get ready to get the season started.
Yeah, well, I know like Lakeland, I know lost 3 starters. Carbondale lost 4 starters. Riverside lost 3 starters. But they're us in Riverside. It doesn't matter what the record is with that game. Dunmore, I think, is going to be the team to beat again. Holy Cross, they lost some key players, but they'll be tough. And Mid Valley's going to be a surprise team this year, I think. They got some kids back.
Coach Beccarelli, of course, still at it, and a good guy, that's for sure. Let's talk a little bit about defensively, how you think you're going to match up with some teams. Seems like you have some height this year. Yeah, we do. Our defense is our best aspect. I mean, if I tell the girls, if we hold teams in the 30s, you're going to win most games because you're going to score 30, 40 points, maybe between 40 and 50 points. So defensively, we're going to be solid. Coach, let's talk a little bit about overall as far as the work in the preseason here, how things went for you. Good. We had a good summer with the girls. Then the work now, we're getting better. We got better from Saturday's scrimmage to today, which is, you always get better from your first game to your second game. So that was nice to see, and I think, they're working hard. These kids work hard. The seniors are good senior leadership here. Coach, we appreciate your time. We wish you the best this season. All right, thank you. Lindsay Welsh joining us from the Old Forge Lady Blue Devils here on the John Mendola Show at our Carol and Janelle. And Lindsay, let's talk a little bit about what you're excited about for here 2017-18 season. I'm really excited to get started, and I just really want to push for a Lackawanna League championship, district championship, and hopefully a little further than that. So, yeah. Would you consider yourself a basketball girl because you're busy, cross country, softball, you're a 3-sport athlete? Yeah, basketball's my favorite, but I'm doing cross country just to keep me in shape, and softball's another sport that I like. How about the energy this year out of the girls? What have we seen so far here as we've practiced a whole lot, getting ready to play a game or two? Mm-hmm. They bring a different kind of energy. It's definitely fun at practice, and it's a lot of hard work also. But yeah, we're all just pushing each other, and it's nonstop fun and hard work and hustle. Just talk about where you can play on the floor. You can do a little bit of everything. So tell us about, whether you're going to be at a point guard, you're going to play forward, or. Yeah, well, they look for me to bring down the ball, get a couple shots up when I can, and basically just score whenever I have the ball, look to pass. Let's talk about your family. You got a couple older siblings, so tell us about them. Yes, my brother, he's a senior this year at Old Forge. He plays basketball also. I look up to him a ton. He's a really great basketball player, and my older brother Warren, he really motivates me to use my left hand, get all that good stuff going, and motivates me before games and stuff. Math and world history, a couple of your favorite subjects, carrying that 3.8 grade point average. Tell us what you like about them. I love the teachers. They make it great.
I learn a lot, and my world history teacher is really passionate about it, so it like, hold on, I like screwed up.
You're doing great. You're doing great. So just tie it together, whatever you're saying.
Wait, I can't even think.
Love your history and your math teacher.
Yeah.
They just make it whatever.
Yeah, they like show a lot of passion, so I want to show a lot of passion on the court.
Next step for you, college. It's still a couple years away. You're just a sophomore, but you're already thinking ahead. What are a couple areas you're thinking about?
Definitely like dentistry and dermatology, or a couple of good fields that I would like to go into.
You're involved with a lot of different student activities at school, clubs.
Yeah.
Talk about how you have time to kind of put it all together.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's basically like right after school, and then I have to go home, get ready for practice, but it's a lot. I'm in 3 clubs.
Talk about some people at home that inspire you as well.
My mother definitely inspires me. She's insanely motivated, and she could do a bunch of crazy things, so I hope to be like her, or at least half as her one day. She's amazing.
Keep that energy going, all right? Mm-hmm. Lindsay Welsh from the Old Forge Lady Blue Devils here on the John Mendola Show. Alexandra Docera joining us from the Old Forge Lady Blue Devils, and hey, it's your senior year.
Yeah.
You got to be excited about a great possibility this year with this team, a lot of talent. So talk about your feelings right now.
Well, I'm really excited going into the season. I think we have a lot to offer. Like, we have a lot of good girls coming out this year. I think we're going to do well.
How about your role on the team? Talk about leadership-wise, what you try to do.
I'm a point guard and a shooting guard. Me and Lindsay Welsh, we switch off a lot. We take turns bringing it down. So I either bring down the ball or I try to make some plays for myself when I can.
You also play some softball, so
Yeah.
How do you enjoy that at Old Forge? Coach Ravello across the way, he's pretty good too.
Coach Pat, I love Coach Pat. He's a good guy.
How about some activities at school? Let's talk a little bit about what you do there.
At school, I learn. I work hard.
French Club, National Honor Society, Ski Club, so you're pretty busy as well.
Yep.
Let's talk about next step for you, nursing, and where you want to go.
That's it. Yeah, I plan on going to Misericordia and majoring in nursing.
Tell us about your mom.
My mom is a huge role in my life, like when it comes to sports, even though she's not like, she doesn't understand sports for the most part, but she still makes sure I have rides everywhere and gets me where I need to be.
Riverside and Dunmore, talk about some of those rivals and what you enjoy when you play them.
Oh, those are our biggest rivals, and we spend a lot of time like just going over plays, like what we're gonna do for our games when we play them, and everyone gets really excited to play them. It's a fun week.
Well, Alexander, we appreciate your time and hope you have a great season, okay?
Thank you.
Jennifer Greeghan joining us from Old Forge here on the John Mendola Show, and it's basketball time, so let's talk about what you're excited about for the season.
I'm really excited to be a senior, and we have Lindsay Welsh coming up with us again, and it's a great team. I love our coaching staff, love the kids, the atmosphere is great. It's going to be a great season. One
of the sports at Old Forge that's pretty darn popular, softball and girls basketball, so talk about what it's like maybe watching some of these players as you're younger and seeing them on the court. Now you're one of them.
It's really, I can't believe we're seniors already, and growing up watching these amazing girls accomplish so much, go to Hershey, Mohegan Sun, it really makes you want to accomplish the same thing and be at the same level as them.
A couple older sisters, so you kind of know the thing a little bit. Tell us a little bit about what you learned from them.
Having 2 older sisters, they both played sports, basketball and softball, so I learned just to never give up, keep playing. It's a small town, everyone always has your back, and you always have to try your hardest.
English, one of your favorite subjects, carrying a 3.9 grade point average. You're pretty darn good in the classroom. Talk about what you enjoy about it.
I love English. I like teaching other people and helping other people, and I'm actually thinking about speech pathology in college, so English really ties into that.
Boy, you are in, I don't know, I can't even name all the clubs you're in at Old Forge. I didn't even know they had this many, so let's go through what you do for fun time in the club.
Well, I'm in Trout Club, which is new and a lot of fun, but just being such a small school, it's so nice to know everyone and be able to be in so many clubs to help the community, and it's a great time.
Play center, so you got to go against the bigs on the other teams. What are some of the things you look forward to with that?
Well, I need to step up in being aggressive, but it's a lot of fun, and passing and just changing the game really, and being there to get it to the guards is really important.
Some role models in your life that you look up to?
My dad is one of my biggest role models. He's been teaching me to play basketball since I could hold a ball, and he's my biggest supporter, always there, always helping me, filming the games, critiquing me, so it's great.
Jennifer, you got your act together. We wish you the best at the next step. Have a great season.
Thank you.
Anna Olszewski joining us from the Old Forge Lady Blue Devils here on the John Mendola Show. Senior season, so let's talk about what you think your role will be this year with the Lady Blue Devils.
Basically getting points for our team, playing some good defense, and getting a lot of rebounds.
Let's talk about your shooting. Is that something that you've really worked on over the years?
Like in last year, I really worked on it hard, and I try to perfect my three-point shot to get us some baskets.
Everybody likes a three-point shooter, so if you could put in a few of those, that makes Coach happy. How about Coach? You know, he's a passionate guy about the game, but he wants to bring out your best. Talk a little bit about what you see from him and hear from him, I'm sure, at practice during the week.
He pushes us hard at practice, and he makes us run a lot, which helps us in the season because it gets us prepared, and we're really not slacking on the court.
Another young lady involved in a lot of clubs, part of the National Honor Society, so something you really enjoy at Old Forge?
Yeah, I like academics is very important to me, so that club is a good thing to be in.
Most kids that go to certain schools have been there most of their lives. For you, what's it like being a Blue Devil and having a lot of pride here in the community?
It's really great. Everyone has your back all the time, and you just know everyone.
How about your brother Tom, a little bit older? Talk about your relationship with him and maybe some things you've learned from him so far.
Well, we grew tighter once he got his license, so I don't know, he's a really good brother. He's always there for me.
4.2 grade point average. You know, they used to say 4.0 was the peak, but with some college classes and different things. Let's talk about that next step for you, what you want to do.
I want to be a physical therapist assistant, and I want to pursue that at Penn College of Technology.
That's awesome to hear. Talk a little bit about your mom and what she means to you and how she inspires you.
Well, she always puts in work. She's always working, and she just does that to accomplish her goals, and it's really inspiring because I feel like if I do that, I could accomplish my goals too.
Anna, we thank you for your time. We appreciate you coming in, and have a great season.
Thanks.
Alexandra Udisky joining us here on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire Service. We're at our Carroll and Chanel. And let's talk a little bit about your senior season, Alexandra. What are you excited about for this year?
I'm just really excited to be with my team. I mean, I've been with the 6 seniors for 4 years. We've been playing together. And we won districts last year, and I really hope that pans out for us. We've been working very hard for the past couple months.
What do you do for leadership with your teammates to try to kind of make sure they're following some of the traditions you've had for the Lady Devils?
I mean, we try to support everyone. If someone's running, you gotta say, "Good job, girls," makes a layup, clap. When we're on the bench, someone comes out of the game, you stand up, you shake their hand, you give them a high five. That's really important to us.
Golf, something that you did for a long time or something?
I've been doing that for 4 years.
What's that experience been like for you?
It was hard at first, but then once you learn, just like basketball, and you get the hang of it. Our coaches are really good. Coach Stefano helped me throughout the 4 years. It was really nice.
You think that's something you'll carry with you the rest of your life? Go out and do some golfing?
I feel like it would be important. I mean, going into a career, that's really important. If I want to go become a doctor, I have to talk to my coworkers.
Something that keeps you a little bit more balanced, that's for sure. You become a golfer. Another one, young lady here at Old Forge involved with a lot of clubs. What do you like about the clubs you're involved with?
My favorite club is definitely Leo Club. It's mainly volunteering, and I'm the secretary of it. And we just did Feed a Friend, which we give all Thanksgiving food out to people who can't afford it, and I just feel like it's really rewarding.
Chemistry and math, a couple of your favorite subjects, carrying a 4.2 grade point average. Talk about what you enjoy about that.
I mean, I enjoy chemistry mainly because of the teachers there. I mean, my mom's a teacher. My chemistry teacher, Miss Rubrick, was amazing, and she just really got me into it.
Next step for you, talk about what you're thinking.
I applied to Pitt in Bucknell, and I got into Pittsburgh, and I'm waiting to hear back from Bucknell in January. But hopefully I'll major in chemistry and be on the pre-med track.
That's awesome to hear. Talk about some role models in your life.
My main role model is my mom, Brenda Schuback. She's a teacher, so I see her a lot at school, and she's just always been there for me from day one. Anything that I wanted to do, if I didn't want to do dance or I wanted to do basketball, she was completely fine with it.
Well, you are a busy young lady, and you're doing a great job in the classroom, and look forward to seeing you out there on the court this year.
Thank you.
Kirsten Vanfleet joining us from Old Forge, the Lady Blue Devils. Hey, it's your senior year. Things go really quick. It's hard to believe that, but let's talk about you. How are you approaching the game here as a senior?
I'm really excited to be a senior, finally. I really like the girls that are coming up. We have a great coaching staff. Stack's always very supportive, and I can't wait for the season to actually start.
Small forward. So let's talk about, there's so much talent on this team. Everybody's fighting for playing time, and some of the younger players are pretty darn talented too.
Yeah, they are. They're all coming up. They're all good. There's a lot of competition for small forwards and the point guard spots too. I'm just trying to do my best and see where it leads me.
It all starts in the classroom, and you're doing your best there. National Honor Society, 3.8. Talk about being a good, well-rounded student.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time studying. I have great friends. We have study sessions a lot around basketball practice, and it's going pretty good so far.
History, one of your favorite subjects?
Yeah, the teachers at Old Forge are great in the history department. They're all very supportive, and they're encouraging, and they really make sure that your grades are up.
You have a big family, and you happen to be the youngest.
Yeah.
So you had a lot of people going through trial and error with you. What have you learned from some of your siblings?
I have 3 brothers and a sister. They all taught me that nothing's handed to you. You have to work for everything that you get. And they've always been very supportive at all my games, all my scrimmages, practices, everything. They've dropped me off, picked me up.
How about the next step for you? Penn State University, what do you want to study?
I want to study law, be a lawyer, hopefully a district attorney.
That's awesome, and some really huge goals. Let's talk about some of the role models in your life.
My mom is probably my biggest role model. She's always picked me up, dropped me off at practice. She's been at every scrimmage, every game. My dad too. Lauren Carey's a really big role model too, 1,000-point scorer.
So there's really been some important people in your life. You seem like you're taking the ball literally and running with it and doing great things at Old Forge. Well, Kirsten, thank you for your time, and good luck with some of those big goals and to be a DA one day.
Thank you.
Ashley Bound joining us from the Old Forge Lady Blue Devils here on the John Mendola Show at our Carol and Janelle's Takeaway Kitchen. And Ashley, you play center. You're a senior. So let's talk about what you enjoy about the game of basketball.
Well, this year especially, I'm really excited about the chemistry that we have on the team. All the girls are so close. I hang out with almost everyone outside of the sport, and it's just, we have such a great relationship. So I'm really excited to see that on the court during the season.
When you look back at it one day, you'll say, boy, I went to a small school, we were all really tight, and we just did it. It's going to be a great feeling one day, but you girls all seem to know it already, that you're very fortunate.
Yeah, it's really incredible to have such a tight bond with everyone in the town. You know, there's really no such thing as feeling alone here. There's always someone to relate to your story, and there's always someone to lean on, so it's a really great feeling.
Another golfer. What did you enjoy about golf?
Basically the same thing. I really liked getting together with everyone. That was a sport that we played over the summer during the off season of basketball. So it was really great to, you know, jump right into basketball after golf and have that same connection with all the players.
Ashley, let's talk a little bit about the classroom. English and science, some of your favorite subjects. You carry a 4.2 average. You want to get into biology in college. How does that kind of all tie together?
Well, growing up, I grew up in a very like a family that really valued education. I spent a lot of time outdoors. I was always involved with different things in nature. I've always had fun, you know, just experimenting with the science. And it's the same thing with writing. The English aspect, I like being able to just create things through writing and interpreting things like that.
Well, you got some big goals ahead, I'm sure. Want to stay close to home for school, or does it matter if you're far away?
I'd like to stay in the Northeast, but I don't think I want to stay in Pennsylvania. I've been looking into schools like Brown University and New York University.
You got to have some smarts for that. Obviously you do. You're doing a great job, so we wish you the very best at both of those institutions, and I hope you get what you want.
Thank you.